This year's Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood is an improvement over the 2017 edition. However, the annual theme park attraction still seems like a scaled-back version of its former self. There is too much visible plywood in the mazes and too little Halloween decor throughout the park. The latter is especially true of the upper lot. In years past, it was impossible to turn a corner without encountering all manner of Halloween treats. Now, there are only 3 mazes and 2 scare zones. You will encounter some monsters at the main entrance and then pass several displays. But after that, you might not realize Halloween Horror Nights is even taking place. The first maze on the upper lot is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. The Halloween movies were set in everyday locations, making it easier for audiences to relate. That does not offer interesting environments for a maze, especially when there are several black plywood corridors. Also, we lost count of the times Michael Myers appeared suddenly with knife in hand. As has become custom the past few years, guests must take a long trek down the escalator to reach most of the mazes and scare zones. The first of these mazes, located near the Transformers ride, is Stranger Things, based on the Netflix series. Stranger Things feels like a funhouse, with an unconvincing outdoor setting. Like Halloween 4, this maze features the same monsters repeatedly. At least there is one nice large room near the end that shows some scale and production value, offering a change of pace from repetitious jump scares. A short distance from Stranger Things is Trick or Treat. Based upon a cult movie, Trick or Treat offers a seasonal feel and several memorable images. Unfortunately, it includes a werewolf, which also appears in the Universal Monsters maze, creating unnecessary overlap. We would prefer that each maze was distinct unto itself. Nevertheless, Trick or Treat offers some fine Halloween-themed horror. To reach the remaining 3 mazes on the lower section of Universal Studios, guests must hike a considerable distance to the back lot. Along the way, there are 2 scare zones. The first takes place, as usual, in a tunnel where echoing screams and flashing strobe lights combine to create a memorable sensory overload. The second scare zone, Holidays, is loaded with props and decor. It's fun, although the Christmas scene at the end obviously recycles props from Universal's past Krampus maze and scare zones. Of the lower lot mazes, Blumhouse of Horrors Chapter 2 is the weakest, a random collage of bits and pieces from various horror movies produced by Blumhouse without any connecting thread or build-up to a climax. The First Purge proves that the franchise works better as an outdoor scare zone than as an indoor maze. In the past, the exterior settings of the Purge scare zones effectively simulated a city under siege at Halloween Horror Nights. Calling this new maze the First Purge does little to distinguish it from its predecessors. It's still people going homicidal, rather generic, and without a memorable monster. Considerably better is the Poltergeist maze. Like Halloween 4, Poltergeist uses everyday settings, but this maze features several different scare inducers. This much-needed variety makes this one worthwhile. Back on the upper lot, the year-round Walking Dead maze remains much the same from one Halloween to the next, worth a revisit for fans of the AMC television series. The true highlight of Halloween Horror Nights 2018 is the new Universal Monsters maze. The walkthrough benefits from being inhabited by the famous monsters of Universal Studios' classic horror movies, providing the variety sorely lacking in Stranger Things and Halloween 4. There are still some plywood corridors, but the major settings are fantastic. The monster makeups are amazing, bringing the iconic characters into the 21st century. The segue from the Universal Monsters maze to the Monsters Masquerade Scare Zone provides a clever, but wait there's more surprise for visitors, extending the horror from the interior sets to an outdoor location. This 1-2 combo is really what makes Halloween Horror Nights worth visiting this season. Otherwise, the annual event seems a bit threadbare and repetitious, a bit like a modestly budgeted sequel to a more lavish original. The result is not without merit, however, we expect better things from Universal Studios.